So, hello folks, you join me here today. I've decided to fit one of the mud dash consoles, centre dash console in to fit the radio in, because I think they look the dogs. They tidy it up no end. So just the instructions are very good. Read the instructions. So the way I've done so far is I've positioned the console there. I've centered it on the ashtray. I've marked the edges of it. I'll just take it out of the way because I've only got one hand. So I've marked the edges where it came to there and there, and I marked down there and down there in black. You can't see it very well. What you do then is you measure 20mm inboard and 20mm inboard from there. This gives you your cutout, and along the bottom you go level with the bottom holes. So I'd looked at cutting it out, looked at all ways, and in the end the old trusty angle grinder with a cutting blade came to the rescue. Now the sparks, they're not too bad on paintwork, but you've got to keep them off the glass. So the way I did this, I got a rubber floor tile, trapped it in the door to stop any sparks flying that way. I got a piece of old foam from a seat I'd done once, and I put that over the windscreen to stop any sparks flying onto the newly fitted windscreen, which would have made my day, and rested it on my head. And then I used the angle grinder, marked out very clearly in white Tipex this time the section that wanted cutting. I cut down, and I cut across, and that no longer required. So that's where we're up to. We have the hole in the dash for the mud console to go in there. What I'm going to do, I'm putting the full double head unit in, the big square one, touchscreen, Bluetooth, not going to hear a thing, but that's what's going in. So to make sure it'll all fit, I'm going to double check my depth measurements, because it's going to be quite big going back, just to make sure it fits before I cut the holes in the console. And I've also got a switch I'm going to fit, which turns off the electric fan, so if I go through deep water I'm not spraying water everywhere. Still don't know where I'm going to put the speakers, but one job at a time, eh? Hey ho. I'll show you how we got to this level then. That's the box assembled. We position this plate here at the back centrally. We pushed it all the way back and then marked there and there for those two, just see it light, those two screw holes there and there. Took it all out. You drill through there with a 3.5mm drill, and all the way back, and then through the first bit of steel you come to with the drill, the same there. Then you assemble the back plate, the side plate, line the hole up with the screw, and screw it all the way home onto the steel. It's like a box section at the back. You do the same on that side. You have this plate on top, the angle iron part of this plate, tucked behind. Line the screw hole up, line up with the previous drilled hole, straight through into the steel box section, and you pull it all home. Then you put these two screws in up here. You have the shorter screws there and there, and you have the two longer screws there that go into another steel plate that's behind or below the ashtray. So that then assembles that section there, nice and snug, proper, well put together box that isn't going to rattle loose. On the sides here, I put these clips on, these spiral clips, because I'd already tried fitted it, but those aren't in position. So you get your faceplate, you put it on, and then you slide it up to the edge there, and you mark through there to get the position of the holes. You do the same the other side, you put it on, you slide it up, and you mark through there to get the position of the holes. It actually sits snugly over the top when it's all assembled, but for the purpose of marking those holes out there, you slide it up against the inside, mark it, take it off, you put a 4.5mm drill through those holes, and the same on the other side. You take that off, 4.5mm drill through there, and through that end there. You then do what I've already done, put these spiral clips on that the self-tapping screws go into to hold it all in place. All 4 of them, 2 there. You assemble that over the top of that. You put your 2 screws in there. You put your 2 screws around the side there with a dumpy screwdriver that I've put down somewhere. There it is, on the top there, short dumpy screwdriver. 2 screws in there, or you could use a ratchet, a small quarter drive ratchet to hold your screwdriver bit in, and run it down with that. When that's done, when it's all tightened home, you drill a hole there in the bottom corner and a hole there in the bottom corner near to the edge, and you put 2 self-tapping screws up through there into the metal work, and that all holds it together. So I'll just reassemble that and I'll show you what it's like. Here's one I prepared earlier. Right then, as they say, that's all screwed down nice and solid now. Use both hands to screw it down there, screw it down there, and it's a good solid bit. That is going absolutely nowhere. It tidies up the dashboard, I think an absolute treat, and fits in well. Your foot on the clutch, the gear change will go. I've got clearance, so I'm not banging my hands on anything, too untoward anyway. So it's I think it's a nice addition. They're reasonably priced. There's a lot of metal work goes into it at the back, you know, all these steel plates at the back. So at first when I saw it, I thought, oh, that's a bit expensive for a bit of ABS vacuum foamed plastic. But having got the kit, seen the quality of it, seen the engineering that goes behind it, seeing how solidly it's mounted, I'm very impressed with it. The next time is going to be, I'm waiting for some cutter discs for my Dremel. I'll cut out of there, so I've got a full double head unit to go in, touch screen, and it started raining outside now. It's all so I'm giving up for the day, and I've got to go and get tyres for the Range Rover. So yeah, I'm booked in for that. So I'm giving up for the day. I'm gonna have to take probably the center console out and run the wires underneath the tunnel, and I'm going to position the speakers against the rear bulkhead in the corners by where the seat belts go, where you can't quite see. So I'm going to have a speaker behind each seat, and that's a job for another day. So if you like this sort of stuff, don't forget, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time. Take care.